Doesn't look good. And there starts Pippin and it doesn't stop. All the way down. We've discovered more water. That to me looks like rust.
That is rust.
That's a big hole we just drilled in the gillies too. You see? There's water inside. There we go. A very important parcel has arrived.
Let's see. Wait.
It's very heavy. Can you guess what it is? Where does this come from, Stu? Ireland?
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh.
Perfect. It's even got my name printed on the bottom.
That's it?
Yeah. Try and keep that for the inside.
Stuart, that's cool.
I think it looks pretty straight.
Oh, is it straight?
Hopefully.
Same?
Yeah, what we'll do is we'll zero that and we'll see. Tiny, you know, look at that, that's in millimeters.
0.01 or 2 of a difference, so that's good, right?
Yeah.
Yes, obviously these we think needed to be replaced, especially if we're trying to do things the right way and just do the job once, because that doesn't look good.
Many people would say, oh, it could be welded and fixed and organised, but I just thought for the aggro, just to replace the shaft, because we don't need the key cutting because it's hydraulic with no key, and at a later stage we'll just buy a ring for on top, a shaft ring, and hopefully it all works good.
Yeah, touch wood, touch wood. So it's a little bit longer, but we'll have to cut it, right?
Yeah, better to have too much than not enough. It's 1.4 meters, 18 or 17 kilos of metal.
You can do your exercise with that.
Yeah, I got skinny little arms in my leg. Maybe we'll put it back in.
And hopefully Matthias from sailingseabird can weld the shaft on the rather metal shaped thing inside.
Yeah, sort of.
Yes, we follow Christoph on Instagram. He's got the same boat and he's going through the same thing we're like going right now. Well, he's gone through it already, so he's past this point of this depression.
A couple of years ahead maybe, or a year ahead.
Yeah, I think I would say, yeah, a couple, 3 years. And he sent us pictures of the inside, which is super helpful. So yeah, it's quite nice knowing a little bit more about how things are and saving us some time, which is handy.
Yeah, just having some, yeah, very handy. So yeah, it goes up here. Maybe in the next few days we can look at removing this because this needs cleaning, possibly rebedding, possibly replacing, new bolts and everything, a bit of clean up. But this whole area needs a bit of work.
Yeah, we need to drill some holes in this keg as well, because probably there's some water in there. So yeah, anyway, list goes on. So, okay. So basically, from here down, is very wet. From here up is slightly wet. As you can see, it doesn't beep, but it's quite high. And then it starts beeping and it doesn't stop. All the way down. So we're about to drill some holes to let some air through and try to dry it out as much as possible. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 holes. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully it works.
Alright, I'll drill the holes.
I don't know.
It's really solid.
It seems really dry. So maybe we shouldn't have drilled these holes.
Yeah, we'll let it air out for a month. That's wet.
Oh, that's wet. It's good that we're doing this. Show me.
Careful, it might be warm.
There's like a wet paste.
It's solid.
Okay, no, so not as wet as we thought it would be. And now we're gonna do the same with the keel, because we drill a few holes on that side, but not really enough, we think. It's still really wet. So we're gonna go for it.
It's all out now.
We've discovered more water. So I'm glad that we are drilling more holes. Stu's tasted the water. How did it taste?
Like fresh water and fiberglass, like the water's come from inside. It
Yeah.
doesn't.
We always had the doubt of if this boat got the water ingress from the sea, and I'm like now 100% sure it was from the rain.
Not 100%.
Yeah, I am. It's wet and rusty. This is the first bit of rust we see.
I don't think it's rust.
You can't taste rust, can you? I think that might be rust too. That to me looks like rust.
That is rust. I don't think it's that bad. A bit of rust. Just a tiny bit of moisture.
So this is the only hole that we've seen rust in the whole keel.
Should we make it bigger? With a cone cutter?
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. Something more to repair.
These circles look like old repairs. I don't know what is old repairs, what is just osmosis, what is rust.
Tastes more like sand.
It still keeps tasting everything. Why do we sand in the keel? Yeah, that color to me is like rust. That's a big hole we just drilled in the keel too.
Yeah.
The first time we can actually see. A lot of the time we think that we're just overthinking things and we should just get over with it and just fix it. Literally just fill it, put some fiberglass mat on top, ferret, job done. Many people always, especially Jack, who's got the same boat, is like, you don't need to do all of this. It's fine. I don't know if you can see it, but when we put the hoover on,
But not a huge amount of moisture.
it becomes all shiny, like the hoover is drawing all the water out of whatever that is. So there's cement, and that's probably rust from inside the cement.
No, because if it's lead, it shouldn't rust. I don't really know what it is.
Yes, another window that I'm about to start sanding. I'm getting quick at it now. So I'm ready with my mask. And Stuart is trying to have a go at taking the rudder port off, which is proving to be a difficult job, as every job in the boat. But he's got Matthias helping him. So they're having a little rudder port affair.
Till the end.
50 years of grind.
Any progress?
Well, we got the nuts off on these bolts.
Oh, that's something.
Yeah, and now I'm just going to sit here and cry for a bit whilst heating it up.
Okay.
Yeah, seems like a good afternoon plan.
Well, as you cry, I'll be sanding. Oh, Matthias, you're sweating.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Drilled a hole in this here piece of wood. Chopped the end off the old prop shaft.
Oh no.
Still warm.
Our old prop shaft is gone.
Got this bottle jack that I've had since my second boat and never used.
Yeah. You knew it'd come handy at some point.
So I just jack like this.
Oh wow.
Yeah. It was all a bit rushed. I thought, you know, I'd have to set it all up and would have to heat it up some more.
It's coming up smoothly. It's already out. I got it.
Oh.
Whoa. Oh, it's so heavy. Nice.
Been carrying that bottle jack for the last 2 boats, so maybe 6 years, and never needed it. Never needed it.
Until today.
So that's it.
It's out.
And he's just...
There is my little workstation in the shade. Now I just need to wipe it down and then fill the gaps with some filler, and then to the next step, which is sanding again. I've moved to a different place and I've got my workstation in the aft of the boat, and look what we just did. We finally cut this bit. We managed to keep it all whole so we can reuse it and make life easier. And this is what we find inside. Where the holes were obviously is completely rotten, full of water. And then it keeps going a little bit around with some soft bits, but like all around, well, here we're gonna have to dig it out a little bit. This looks like it was rotten and now it's dry, so it's like cardboard. It's like nothing. I'm just gonna clean this up, replace the core, put the lid back on, job done. Even this that you would think, well, it doesn't look too bad, it's not black, it should be alright. And then when you squish it, you see there's water inside. Oh, this is somehow satisfying, knowing that all this is gonna be out. There we go. That just took way longer than I thought. But it's now, well, almost clean. I still have to dig out some bits, but you can see that this area is perfect, totally dry. The color is very good. And as we get closer to where the holes were, it gets so wet. So all these I'm gonna have to dig out, and hopefully not a lot. I am literally melting. I have just spent the morning prepping a few repairs and 2 windows for the primer, and I've been sanding off the primer that we put in some repairs last year because it was a 1-part primer and we need to use 2-part primer. So a bit annoying having to do the job twice, but at least now it's done properly, I hope. So I'm about to paint and then probably have a break because I'm dehydrated, hot and tired. So I'm gonna paint these. I'm gonna paint the window. I'm gonna paint this repair. I'm gonna paint all these repairs that we did last year and I had to sand off the primer. And I'm gonna paint this window. Yesterday I was feeling a bit down after my paint job because the roller kept leaving fluffy bits everywhere and the paint was very grey. I thought it was just a light grey. It's a primer anyway, so it's gonna be covered, and I don't think it's probably a good thing that it's not white, so we can see whenever we need to do any repairs if we need to. But yeah, I wasn't very happy with the result after all the prep. I thought it was gonna be beautiful. So I'm about to just wet sand it a little bit and do another coat, and hopefully I bought new rollers. These ones work better, but we'll see. Anyway, you guys cheered me up because after that I went to the office and we got a few parcels. So Mike, Chris and PJ, thank you so much. We've got loads of Hoover bags now for all the sanding we need to do. We go through them quite a bit. We've got some more mosquito nets for windows, LED lights. I think we don't need any more now. We're sorted. And some accessories for the GoPro. It's not just that we need all these bits, but you also make us happy when we get any parcels. It's like Christmas. We never know what's inside. So thank you very much. And this is the primer. As you can see, it's pretty grey. And I'm not so happy with the finish, but hopefully now I can fix it with some sanding and better rollers. I'm gonna work on this today as well. And that is pretty much as up to date. We've got up now on real time, so I don't know will you be watching next week, if there will be an episode or not. Hopefully yes. But yeah, I think the only things we've done after this episode is just finish the windows and clean the rudder port, which was pretty green as you just saw. And yeah, that's it pretty much. So I hope you enjoy it. Thank you for watching till the end. Thank you very much to all our patrons and everyone who's been supporting us this week. And to all our new subscribers. Seabird's family is slowly growing, so yeah, we're pretty happy with that. Next goal is reach 50,000, so if you give us a like or leave a comment for us, that will help us a little bit with the algorithm. Anyway, that's probably enough talking from me. Thanks for being there and see you next week. Bye! As you can see, it was washing day today. I just can't wait to show you my windows. So I'm gonna show you quickly. Finished. There's been some progress on my repair, which I'm pretty proud of. Nice. This window is finished as well. The paint. And more paint. Ooh. Anyway, have a good week. Bye bye.